Hi everybody, happy Sunday. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Ruby, I live in New York City, and this is my lifestyle channel. I feel like lifestyle is kind of the best way to just encompass everything that's on this channel, although recently it has been quite a few haul videos, and it's no different today. Today, I'm actually very excited. We kind of have a collective beauty haul. I do a lot of Sephora hauls on here. That is typically my favorite place to shop for makeup or all things beauty, but recently I've gone to quite a few different stores over the last few weeks, and so I thought we could kind of do a collective beauty haul. We have a little bit of everything: makeup, skincare, fragrance, hair care, kind of like every single category. By the way, please be sure if you're new here to click that subscribe button. We're trying to reach 7K. That is next goal here for this channel. And also be sure to go follow me on TikTok. I post daily content over there. Anyways, though, we have quite a few different stores to run through today. I went to Nordstrom, MAC, Jo Malone, Malin Goetz. Anything else? I think that might be it. I think we should just dive in. I'm gonna have links for everything listed down below. And yeah, let's just dive into my collective beauty haul. I'm very excited. I think this is gonna be really fun. No particular order, just grabbing the first bag that's behind me, and that is MAC. They gave me an absolutely ginormous bag, but I promise I actually didn't get that much. They just were out of small bags. I feel like I only go to MAC like once or twice a year. Like literally every single year. I feel like I do two little shopping sprees there. But every time I go, I'm reminded of just how much I really do like their makeup. But since they don't necessarily get as many new products in as say a Sephora, I feel like that's why I don't shop there a ton. Now they were running some sort of special promotion where I actually got to pick out a free lipstick. They had 3 that I could pick from. So I ended up going with the Retro Matte lipstick in the shade Ruby Woo, very appropriate name-wise. This is actually a super classic color and one that I used to own. I definitely don't have it anymore in my collection, so you know, it's fun to have it again. Here's what the color looks like though. Ruby Woo is just an iconic kind of blue toned red. It's super bright and vibrant. Let's just go through the rest of the lip products while we're at it, because that's primarily what I picked up from MAC. I picked up 2 lip glosses. These are iconic for a reason, and recently I feel like I've just been kind of adding more back into my collection. They are a little bit stickier than what I typically prefer in a gloss, but they last on the lips forever, and the color, the shine, the sparkle, stunning. So I picked up 2 shades, the first of which is called Purr. The number is 313 in case you're wondering. This is a really pretty, almost pearlescent peach. Again, it's a color gloss-wise that I don't really have in my collection. I have other peachy glosses in my collection, but this one really does almost have a metallic pearlescent vibe to it. And then this other one is ridiculously pretty. This is in the shade Very Go Lightly. Are you kidding me? Again, it's super gloomy outside. If it was actually sunny, you'd be able to see just how reflective and glittery this is. This is one of those colors that all I would have to do is line my lips with a nude lip liner, fill it in with that same liner just slightly, and then top it off with this gloss. I feel like even on its own, this would be so stunning. Just a really pretty champagne light gold, and there isn't really much actual color to it. It's mostly just that glitter and that sparkle. I am obsessed. Lastly, this is actually the whole reason that I went to MAC. I don't think I've ever purchased an eyeshadow palette from MAC. I've definitely purchased quite a few singles and I've made my own palette, but I've never bought a pre-designed palette from them. However, I saw this on TikTok recently and I was like, this has to come home with me. This is the Connect in Color eyeshadow palette in the shade Unfiltered Nude. They have a couple other colorways in this collection in these palettes, but this one just really spoke to me. First of all, I feel like this is some of the most impressive and gorgeous packaging that MAC has done in a long time. Look how stunning that is. This is truly where makeup is just art. And then you do get the names of the colors on the back as well, which is super helpful. Here is the actual eyeshadow palette itself and all the colors. This is such a beautiful, cooler toned neutral palette, although you do get some warmer shades in here as well. This is very much just a kind of all-in-one palette. It also kind of feels bridal to me with these cooler shimmery tones, but I cannot get over this. And I double checked, all of these colors in the palette are colors that I do not have in MAC single shadows, so I think we're good. So pretty though. I'm obsessed, and that is all that I got from MAC. Up next is Malin Goetz. I really hope that's how you pronounce it, but that's how I've always heard it. They have a new store on the Upper West Side and I wanted to visit it and check it out. This is a brand that has always very much intrigued me, and I'm so glad I went in because I got quite a few different goodies and put even a few more things on on my wish list. So the main reason that I went in there was actually to finally try out their deodorant. I've heard that they have a fantastic natural deodorant, and you guys know I'm a natural deodorant gal all the way. So I finally wanted to go ahead and pick it up and just kind of see what else they had to offer. But then the day that I came in, they were running this like kind of promotional deal where if you bought their like travel essentials set, you also got like a ton of extra bonus goodies, including the deodorant. So I was like, okay, sign me up. So let's go through everything that I got. So up first, we have this travel kit. This is called the Essentials Kit, and you get 6 different products in here. You get the Grapefruit Face Cleanser, Vitamin E Face Moisturizer, Bergamot Hand and Body Wash, that sounds really nice, Vitamin B5 Body Moisturizer, the Peppermint Shampoo, and then the Cilantro Hair Conditioner. Not only a great kit for traveling, but also just a great way to kind of introduce yourself to the brand. Then, as part of kind of the promotional deal that they were offering, for like a few extra dollars, you also got all of these extra things, including, first and foremost, this adorable little like travel pouch. I actually might give this to Kevin because I feel like it would be really good to keep his like toiletries in. Then this little kit also came with, I believe this is like a miniature size, although it still is pretty generous, of the eucalyptus deodorant. So again, this is what I had intended to like pick up to begin with. I love that it's a miniature size though, because then I actually get to try this out and I don't have to buy a huge like deodorant thing, but also it's great for traveling. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. It literally smells like the eucalyptus towels that like you can get at Equinox. Anytime I go to Equinox, I always use one of their towels. It's just straight up eucalyptus. It's so clean and refreshing. I know it's so weird to say that I can't wait to try out a deodorant, but I really can't wait. And then this little set also came with 2 SPF products, which you know we love. So up first we have the, I believe this is brand new, this is their SPF 30 lip balm. Super, super cute. I want to see if it has a scent. It definitely does. It's very subtle. What does that smell like? This is gonna sound so weird. It almost smells like my floss that I use. It has just a little bit of a mintiness to it, but also kind of like a sweetness. I don't know, is that weird? And then this is the SPF 30 Mineral Sunscreen. I do believe that this is a brand new launch from them as well. And both this and the lip balm are full sizes. So it's kind of amazing. I think it was like for basically $15 more, I got all of these extra add-ons. This is a face sunscreen. There wasn't anywhere on the packaging that specified, so I asked the sales associate before I left just to make sure. Like I said though, it's SPF 30, it's a mineral sunscreen, broad spectrum, it's 1.7 fluid ounces, so I can bring it traveling as well. Lastly, from Malin Goetz, I picked up 3 individual items. Just as I was kind of browsing around the store, there were a few other things that kind of piqued my interest. First of which is the Vitamin B5 hand treatment. I love a good hand cream, and actually a content creator that I really like over on TikTok said that she loves this. And then I also picked up the other 2 lip treatments and lip balms that they sell. So we have the original lip moisturizer. This one is unscented, but then I also picked up the Mojito lip balm. I don't know what this smells like, honestly, but it just intrigued me. But the sales associate who was helping me, who was so kind by the way, he was saying that it's a really nice gel formula. It makes your lips super soft and hydrated, but also gives a gorgeous like gloss and shine. And so I was like, say less. I am so ready to try this. Second to last store, let's dive into Nordstrom next. This is the first place that I went a few weeks ago in terms of like this entire collective haul. It has been so hard to not try out any of this stuff. This was actually the original reason that I went in. I really wanted to pick up this brush from Hourglass, but it was constantly sold out at Sephora. So I figured why not check out Nordstrom, and they had it in stock. This is the Ambient Lighting Edit Brush. It's a dual-sided brush, and I recently picked up a new palette from Hourglass, like on their actual website, and they suggested using this brush with it, but they were sold out on their site, they were sold out at Sephora. So excited that I finally found it, and Hourglass really does have some truly like incredible brushes, like quality-wise. So here's what we're working with. This is absolutely stunning. Wow, this brush is beautiful. So like I said, it's a dual-sided brush. Again, really great for traveling, but also just in general for ease of use. You can just flip it back and forth and use it for what you need. Primarily, I'm gonna probably use this for mostly blush and like under eye powder, but you can kind of use it for a million different things. I do like that the brushes themselves are slightly smaller in size, so you can just get a bit more precise with the application. I went over to the Too Faced gondola and actually got a few things while I was at Nordstrom as well. I picked up 2 of the Cocoa Bold Empower Cream lipsticks. It's essentially just a nude lip collection. They have like a nude lip for every skin tone, but something about the finish, they're so creamy and like have the perfect amount of shine to them. So I picked up 2 colors. We have Hot Chocolate and Milkshake. I love the names. So up first we have Hot Chocolate, and I mean, just look at this packaging. Like, are you kidding me? Absolutely stunning. Yes, you're paying a little bit more, but it is beautiful. Here is what hot chocolate looks like. And it also has TF like embossed in the lipstick. Okay, and then let's do the shade Milkshake. This one's a little bit more pinky, or like mauve-y, as you can see, whereas hot chocolate is just a bit more true nude. Both of these do swatch a little bit lighter than they appear in the bullet, but I kind of like that. And then I also ended up picking up the Born This Way Sunset Stripped palette. I remember when this came out and I honestly wasn't like super impressed or anything just from the photos that I saw, but then when I saw it in person, I was like, wait, this is actually stunning. And the packaging is kind of fun and over the top too. So this palette, unlike the MAC one, is definitely a bit more warmer toned. You also get some pinks and purples in here, as most Too Faced palettes are. This one is definitely scented as well. It's very floral. Again, not anything crazy, but it does definitely smell a little bit floral. Super, super pretty though. I literally just dunked my nail into that accidentally, but it's fine. Definitely let me know if you guys would want a tutorial with this palette or the one from MAC. I'd be so game either way. Lastly, from Nordstrom, I actually ended up picking up a perfume. I don't know what inspired me to randomly smell this, but I literally, it was the one and only perfume I smelled while I was in Nordstrom. I sprayed it on the little like paper tester, took one sniff, and I was like, yep, okay, that's an easy purchase. And it's actually from Lancome, which I have never found a perfume from Lancome that I personally like on myself. I feel like oftentimes their fragrances for me smell just a little bit too artificial, a little bit boring, like nothing that would make me want to buy it. But this one, oh my gosh. This is the Lancome Idole Aura scent. So not to be confused with their original Idole perfume, which again, I don't really love, or they have one that's like nectar. It's just a bit too much for me. This one though, like stop it. It is so good. Now I will say, it is a little bit pricey, especially for the bottle. Like I love the concept. It's so like thin and it is very pretty. But I feel like because it's like so thin and such a cool bottle, it really doesn't come with that much. It's only 0.8 fluid ounces and it was almost $70. And this is the smallest size that they had. But anyways, I do love it and I will wear it a lot. This scent is essentially a beautiful, like, salty vanilla with a little bit of floral, but like nothing crazy. Actually, on the back of the box, it says our first sun-kissed floral scent wrapped in an addictive solar wave, sensual essence of rose, absolute of white jasmine, and salted vanilla accord. Okay, so I was kind of right. It's basically a salted vanilla with a little bit of floral. I love both rose and jasmine. Those are my two favorite floral notes, so not surprised that I really enjoy this. Oh my god, it's so good. Like, you have to smell this if you are at a Nordstrom, or I don't even know if they sell this at Sephora. I don't think they do. I have to check. Either way, I'll link it down below so you can see it somehow, some way. Like, this is a 10 out of 10 for me. It is beyond. Okay, lastly, but certainly not least, this was my most recent shopping trip. I went to Jo Malone, picked up a few things as you can see, so let's go through it. Say what you want about Jo Malone, but I absolutely love their fragrances. I know that some people say that they're too expensive, the staying power isn't anything crazy. For me, they last just fine. I think they are beautiful. I think they are so well crafted, and there's just something really special about them. And for someone who is a true perfume lover and collector like myself, I just love them. I have a very special place in my heart for them. And the sales associate who I was working with, Carla, who was wonderful, she actually gave me two little samples as well, or like little travel sprays. So she gave me wood sage and sea salt, and then peony and blush suede. And what's great is these are actually literally miniature travel sprays. They're not just like little tubes you have to like pour out on your wrist, like they're an actual spray. I just feel like it's so much more enjoyable. Speaking of peony and blush suede, why don't we just start there? Because I actually ended up getting a new smaller bottle size of the peony and blush suede cologne. I used to have this, I want to say a year ago, maybe it was 2 years ago because time honestly flies, but I have missed having this in my collection, especially as the warmer weather rolls around. This is such a magnificent floral and one that you can layer with a ton of other fragrances. I did get the smaller size. I typically like to do that at Jo Malone just because, again, it is a little bit more expensive. This is so good. It is one of those perfect florals in my opinion because it's young and youthful and fresh. It doesn't smell super like old or overly mature, overly powdery. And what I also really like about this is it has a pretty significant like scent throw to it, but it's not so overpowering that like if I went in to hug a person, they would end up smelling like my perfume. And then lastly from Jo Malone, I ended up picking up one of their new limited edition fragrances. If it's one thing that they do right, it is their limited edition launches. They are so freaking good, you guys. And this one is no exception. Again, I did get the smaller bottle. It was still more expensive than the like smaller bottle of the, you know, permanent fragrances. So it definitely was not like super cheap, but totally worth it in my opinion. This is the Water Lily cologne. Again, because it is a limited edition launch, the bottle is different as well, which is very fun. This is definitely a slightly fresher scent than what I would typically go for. It actually kind of smells like something my fiance Kevin wears, but a little bit different. It is fresh and slightly aquatic, but it also has like a musky, almost like sandalwoody note to it, where it just has a little bit more depth that makes it interesting to me. I don't know. There's something about this that I was like, I just feel like I really enjoy this. And again, especially for mixing with other fragrances, I feel like this is a great kind of like base. Just again, to kind of bring a little bit of freshness to whatever else you're wearing. If I'm wearing something that's like very sweet or very musky or even very floral, I feel like this would be a nice kind of counterbalance to it. I'm all about mixing fragrances. I really do love doing that. Oh, this smells so good. It definitely has a little bit of like a beachy element to it. If you like Maison Margiela Beach Walk replica, which I love, I feel like you'd really like this. It is a little bit fresher, but it's kind of in that like similar family. But that, you guys, wraps up my collective beauty haul. I feel like we had so much to get through, but thanks for hanging with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And again, click that subscribe button down below to help us grow the fam here. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Clubhouse, my Amazon shop. I'm kind of everywhere, so just like check the description box below. I love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, whenever you all are watching this video, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. By the way, definitely let me know before we wrap this up, are there any products from today's haul that you'd like to see featured in future content, like whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok? Please let me know. But yeah, I think that's all I got. I love you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everybody.